Welcome back to the channel. This is Gillis TV here right on Clemhawks, and today we got some news about the Edmonton Oilers and involving the game last night. But before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, and let's get going. As I was at the game last night, the officiating against the Oilers was brutal. We'll get to that in this video. I was there with Dolany TV and the Oilers fanatic, Patrick himself. Great people to go watch the game with. But like I said, we got some Oilers news. Let's get to it. As Edmonton Oilers defenseman Darnell Nurse has been fined $5,000, the maximum allowable under the CBA, for interference on Vancouver's Kyle Burroughs. Like I said, the officiating last night sucked in favor of the Oilers. I think the power plays were 8-3 for Vancouver. I'm not trying to blame it. The calls against the Oilers were, most of them were calls that probably should have been made. This interference happened after the first period. Kyle Burroughs was kind of running around. Darnell Nurse laid him out, got an interference call, and the scrum ensued and whatnot. And now apparently the player safety said, hey, you can't do that. Here's a $5,000 fine. I've been saying this for a while now, and sports are getting weaker by the minute. The refs, it's ridiculous what the umpires in baseball, the refs in the NHL, even the CFL refs, it's not the same. It's not how it used to be when I was growing up. Certainly not the same as back in the 80s where you could lay a hit and it was okay. It is atrocious, and Darnell Nurse had some choice words I can't say on the video here, but I heard them because I was only 3 seats behind the Vancouver penalty box last night for the home opener, and there was some choice words from him, McDavid when McDavid got a penalty, Draisaitl. It was ridiculous, this reffing. But then, puck's over on the left side of Demko in the second period, and Luke Shen is pinning Leon Draisaitl to the ice on the right-hand side face-off boards, and it's like nothing got called. The officiating last night was horrible. It was sad that the fans were starting to cheer every time the refs or linesmen fell down. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was one of them too. Like I said, before we got into this, yes, the Oilers deserve probably maybe 6 out of those 8 penalties. I'll give it that. There were a couple, are you serious penalties? Vancouver was getting away with a bunch. I know Edmonton got away with that high stick. Supposedly, it kind of was on the shoulder when they scored that power play goal there. Yeah, okay, they maybe got away with one, but Vancouver was tripping. The cross-checking penalty on McDavid was terrible. Like, these refs, it was hard to watch. Don't get me wrong. It was fun to be there. I lost my hat because McDavid scored that hat trick. But this fine is not, like, I know I'm going to get comments for this. But that fine, it shouldn't even have happened. Yeah, okay, Darnell Nurse got a penalty for it, sure. But the way the reffing was last night, it was terrible. Like, there's no other words to describe it. I don't know if anyone was at the game that's going to watch this. All the boos to the refs, TV, you guys, whoever watched it on TV probably heard it. It was terrible because what the Oilers were getting penalized for, Vancouver wasn't getting penalized for the same stuff. Like, Derek Ryan to make it 4-on-4, got that 1-on-1, he got held, hooked, whatever it was. Then the second guy comes and holds him so he can't get the puck, 1 penalty. That should have been 2 on that play. I'm sorry, it was easily seen. Yes, the Oilers got a power play out of it, but the things the refs were letting Vancouver get away with, especially all the slashes and stuff, was terrible. And I'm not saying that the Edmonton Oilers deserved 8 power plays. There were a few that they probably deserved that, you know, that should have been called. Same with the high stick that I believe it was JT Miller tried to sell on the penalty kill there. I get it. Both calls, but the reffing was terrible in this game. It this fine shouldn't have happened. That yeah, Darnell Nurse hit him after the period was done. He got a penalty for it. I don't know the last time I've seen the player safety say, yeah, this guy's fined $5,000 for interference. Like, it's interference. He got the penalty. The guy's not hurt. The guy got straight back up, came and played the second and third period. Why is he getting fined $5,000? And if anyone from the NHL player safety want to chime in on this, if you ever see this, go for it. Because this is ridiculous. That I'm sorry, I'm going to say it, the NHL is getting soft. It is. It's not the players, it's the NHL safety department and the refs. I miss the hockey where Nicholas Cronwall could cream a guy on the boards coming down his side. You know, yeah, did it cause a lot of injuries? Yeah, but that was the point of trying to play the game. You got paid to go out there and play the game. That's part of the game. We don't see fighting much anymore. Yes, Darnell Nurse fought an AHL guy twice. But, like, I'm speechless at this point where what am I supposed to say? The reffing was terrible. The game was great, don't get me wrong. Oilers down 3-0, come back 5-3 win. Power play goals. Darnell Nurse scored that shorty on a beautiful, beautiful pass by Draisaitl. And let's talk about Evander Kane for a minute. Breakaway, wide open net. What does he do? Drops it to McDavid. And I had literally just got off the phone before I started this with Dolany TV, and he had a good point. How many times has McDavid passed when he could have scored an empty net goal? Just so his teammates could get the goal. That is what Evander Kane did last night, and McDavid, you could tell when he skated the bench and fist pumped Kane, he appreciated that. This team knows what it takes to get to the Western Conference Final. They know they need to stick together, and we were playing a man down as well. It's going to be a great season, Oilers fans, but I'm going to get going here as I promised the little one I'd go get her a Kinder Egg because Daddy was leaving for the night yesterday. And, at 2.5 years old, she remembered that. So I am going to the gas station. I hope you guys enjoy this. This is Gillis TV here, right on Clemhawks, and I'll catch you on the next one.